So welcome back to another video, legends, and we have another Scalextric review to do, and we have a fair few cars to choose out of. But I think today we're going to go the 330 P4 Ferrari. Let's go. So before we take a close look at the 330 P4, let's look at our test track. Now you will notice we do have some digital changeovers. We are not driving digital today, we are driving analog on the incredible Arc Pro, which we'll talk about in a tick. But let's quickly go down the first straightaway. Nice long straight past the Arc Pro. If you haven't got an Arc Pro, this is a must in the Scalextric world. Digital and analog all in one. Incredible. Into the first corner, a nice squared off bend here. We've got a corner into a little straight, then back into another corner. Underneath our first Dunlop bridge into a quick S section. How is our P4 going to handle it? I'm not too sure. Into a squeeze track. Now we're going into the last S bend. Underneath our Dunlop second bridge. Final corner, and then we're going to shoot down the straight. And that is our test track. You might see it change over the next couple of reviews, but this one I think is going to give our 330 P4 a good run for its money. So let's take a close look at Scalextric's 330 P4. Now I've moved over to the light box because I do want to show you some real cool close-up details, but let's talk color first. Now on camera, you're probably getting a dark, almost gloss green. In hand, it's definitely light and more of a pastel. Can we call it a satin / matte? It's not as high gloss as you're seeing now, but it still looks beautiful on camera. So in hand, I think you will prefer the color better. It's a stunning green. Let's start off on the front. Let's look at the finer details, and I hope we've got some nice shine there. Our cutouts here are backed by some plastic, which is your chassis, so no real cutouts there. Looks incredible. I'm loving the lights. The detail on the lights look really good. I think all companies are doing a good job of detailing the headlights. Onto the number 10, and you can see we've got a missing logo there. Let's move on from that. Onto the bonnet. I'm loving that crease line straight through the bonnet. So that obviously folds down. We've got some reverse air going in, and you can see that is a proper cutout because you can see straight through our little guide down here. So that's a really nice touch. Let's go side profile quickly because I think this thing looks unique. It's beautiful. I love the side profile. We'll go rims quickly. The fronts, we've got our 5-star golds with our spinner cap. I love that. Onto the rear again. Smaller on the rear, big fat tyre, nice little deep dish. But let's have a look at the fine details here. Proper cutout gills. You can see these are all proper cutouts. We've also got the rivet action going on in there. You can see they're being coloured the same as the body. We've got a nice air scoop down the side of, can we call it a door? Down the side of the door, which is backed by a plastic insert. It appears, and I can't get close enough, it is hollow. We've got our reflective mirrors. I believe they would have been the revision mirrors. They've got the stickering on them, which is part, and I love old school car design, which is part of the front arch. Really cool. Big number 10, got some writing down the side. We've got the David Piper Auto Racing. I can't read that, my eyes are shot. And again, we've got some more gill work going down here. Got the fuel filler cap on, I think it's only on one side on this car. Yes, on one side, and some more pop riveting. Let's move around to the rear. Now, there's a car that Ferrari has made. I can't remember that. Is it the SF? I can't remember what car it is. Really reminds me of this rear end. If I do get this wrong, let me know. But I believe they did take some cues from this car. I will put a picture up of the Ferrari I'm talking about. Onto the back. Look at that. Now, I have to admit to this, I actually straight away when I first saw this went, oh, is that the exhaust? No, it's not, of course, the exhausts are down here. But look at the detail work. It's pretty good. And again, I rate this as a toy car, a toy slot car, and I think they're just getting better and better. Got some nice little texture, grille work, rear lights, awesome. Got a little tie down section here, and then let's look at this without bumping too much. The rear spoiler, which is worked beautifully into the rear of that car. You can see it's all pop riveted in. I love it. It does look really good, and again, the color in person looks incredible. I love the mount of the engine cover. We've got some nice silver work over the top, and as you can see, it cuts straight through. Beautiful. Now let's have a quick look at the cockpit, because again, getting this done right, look at the flex in that windscreen, and then we've got the two side windscreens with an open top. They've done a pretty stellar job of making that look as realistic as they can. Got our driver in there with his silver helmet. He's he looks actually pretty serious. He's pretty serious. He's hanging onto the steering wheel. Looks pretty incredible. Let's flip upside down. Do we have any markings underneath? No. We do have the Ferrari P4 underneath. Looks good. Looks really good. Again, basic chassis on these. I can't wait to test drive it for you. I think it's going to go really well. The Scalextric cars do go very, very fast. So I think the time has come for a montage, and then let's take this beauty, this green beast, for a spin around our test track. So let's give our 330 P4 a spin around the test track. I'm going to do a couple of siding laps. It is a little technical track. So let's just warm up to it under the first bridge, squeeze track under the second bridge, and then our really quick straight. And now we'll start picking up the speed. Now remember, this is an analog car, non-digital, as we get sideways. And the straight line speed is very good. It's actually losing the rear end out here because we've got the soft borders. Here we go. I think we're getting some confidence now to do a really quick test run, and it's really kicking out on that corner. There you go again. We'll have to get some slow motion on that at the end. Let's get a couple more laps in, and then we'll try the other lane and see if it's any different. 2 more laps. It's making easy work of these corners. And I'm not pushing it too hard, but it's quick enough just to tackle them pretty much head on. All right, let's change over to, as we almost lose it, onto the other side. So now we're outside lane on the straight. Let's see if this is any different. We're gonna have those gray borders to tackle with, and I've got a funny feeling, we're gonna come unstuck. But as you can see, it actually might be quicker on this lane. Here we go, we're getting faster. Oh, we've come off, quick back on. And that's the beauty with having these wireless controllers as well. And whilst we're driving this, if you haven't got an Arc Pro, if you are into Scalextric, please check them out. There's an app that you can run with the Arc Pro. It runs digital and analog. Right now we are in analog mode. But as you can see, we do have a digital changeover in the track, which isn't affecting it at all. And I better start concentrating. So let's see how we go. All right, 2 more laps, and then I think we'll finish off with some montage. And let me see if I can get some track montage with a little bit of drift action on that corner. But there you go, your 330 P4 by Scalextric. Yeah, it's a winner.